If you're wondering why things aren't working out for you, it's because it's working out for you. And you might be like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the universe is conspiring in your favor always. You have to remember that we all have a God-given purpose. And if you don't believe in God, well, you have a purpose, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. Whether you believe in God or not, we all have a purpose. And the universe is always conspiring in your favor. If you have been on a job search, right, and you just cannot find a job, you're getting turned down, either you're not getting the interview or you're just not, making it past the interview section, that's the universe's way of redirecting you and keeping you on the right track. The lighting might be a little crazy because it's early in the morning. It's 9 a.m. So, I don't want to face that way, because then you guys can see like my neighbor's house and everything. So, just gotta bear with me here. But the universe is literally conspiring in your favor. God's rejection, right? Rejection is God's way of saying that's not meant for you. God's rejection is his way. I keep saying God's rejection. Excuse me, guys. I woke up at 6 a.m. so I don't usually get up that early, so my brain is a little all over the place. And like I always say, it would not be a video of mine if there was not an airplane going above my house. But rejection is God's way of protecting you from something that is not meant for you. Rejection is God's way of saying, I'm keeping you on the right path. Always remember that. Always keep it in the forefront of your mind. It doesn't matter what the level of rejection looks like. It could be not getting a job. It could be losing a friend that, a longtime friend. And you're like, oh, damn, like, why I gotta lose my friend? It's God's way of saying either, number one, the connection is just no more. It's time to move on. You've outgrown that person. Number two, God sees the things that you don't see. God sees all. And so maybe they talk behind your back. I don't know. It's up to you to figure that out. You have to use a certain level of discernment to figure out what exactly is the case. It could be a number of reasons. So many ways to be rejected, or it's so many ways to perceive rejection. But just know that it's not in vain. Everything happens for a reason. It's always a bigger picture. It's always a bigger picture. Now, the example I'm about to give has nothing to do with rejection, but it ties back into it's always a bigger picture. So this is a shed behind me, and we keep a bunch of things that really we don't necessarily need in the house, like we barely would use in the house, but we can come out here and get it. And so in here is a bunch of supplies, because me and all my siblings are not in school anymore, and we still have some school supplies in there. So I went in here and I got a stapler out of here, like a little mini green stapler, like a few weeks ago, I think. And then yesterday I stapled like a little sticky note to my journal, and and I grabbed the stapler for no reason. I don't have nothing to staple, but I was like, I might. And then I just kind of now I came up with the idea to like make like little short stories, like little books, like I used to when I was a kid, and I'll like staple the spine of the book together so it's like an actual book and it's not falling apart. But yeah, that's my way of saying like it's always a bigger picture to something. Everything always ties back into it. Everything always comes full circle. And it might be a little hard to deal with rejection at first, but when you remember, like, it's hard to deal with rejection when you don't consciously remember that it's always a bigger picture. There's always a higher meaning, and some things just aren't meant for you. You understand? So when you finally like grasp that and you keep that in the forefront of your mind, you'll really understand, like, no matter what happens, when something doesn't go your way, you'll instantly just be like, it just wasn't meant for me. This is God's way of keeping me on my path. Literally, it's always gonna seem like, to the human eye, to our human perception, to our two human eyes, from what we can perceive, it's gonna seem like something is not going our way. But when you have a balanced third eye chakra, which is the seat of your intuition, which is where your intuition lies, the third eye sees. That's why it's a third eye. The third eye sees what the two human eyes cannot perceive. The third eye sees into the spiritual realm, into the 5D realm. And so you will be able to see, with a balanced intuition, that was not meant for me. And you're going to be able to see a whole lot of stuff too, but that's a story for another day. And depending on what you got rejected from, you have to really ask yourself, like, instead of getting upset about it, maybe ask yourself, like, really reflect on, let's just say a job, right? Because that's the thing that's coming to my mind a lot. So let's say you apply for a job and you didn't get it, right? You have to really reflect and ask yourself, okay, it might not be the job itself that God doesn't want me to have, but it could be the people who work there that would be toxic to me and that might slow me down on my path. It could be a horrible work environment. It could be poor, I don't know. It just would not be for you. God knows what's best for you, and you will always be kept on the right path, because like I said, the universe is conspiring in your favor. You have to understand that. Like, you have to understand that. There's no other way around that. Everything you do, even when you mess up, the universe is conspiring to, number one, make sure you learn the lesson, and then number two, grant you a blessing once you learn it. Like, peace and blessings literally manifest every single time you learn a lesson. You have to understand that. Like, you have to understand that every single time. And this would be a lesson to learn. Like, a lesson to learn would be about rejection. Learning that rejection is God's way of protecting me. Rejection is God's way of redirecting me onto the right path. When you try to go this way and you get blocked off, God is like, no, go another way. You can't go here. That's rejection. So you have to find another way that will benefit you. Everything will always play. Everything, nothing is ordinary, is what I'm trying to say here. Every little thing in your life has significance. Everything in your life has a great level of significance. Even the things that you kind of look over and take for granted, like, everything literally has significance. But that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I feel like this was kind of like a little short video. I might come out here later today and record another video. So yeah, maybe not. So, but if y'all see two videos back to back and I'm wearing this same shirt, just know it's recorded the same day. So when you get rejected from someone or something or someplace, say thank you. I know it's kind of odd, like if somebody says, no, I don't want you here, or no, I don't want to be with you, or you didn't get the job, say thank you. You really got to say thank you and smile and be grateful, because you just got blocked off from someplace you wasn't meant to go. That's like, the way I see it is like, it's like God keeping you, like you're walking across the street or you're just walking, right? And it's like God is like keeping you from walking into a busy road, if that makes sense, like, and potentially getting hit by a car or something like that. That's like the way it's coming up to me. And you might want to cross that busy road, but God is like, no, find another way. Walk through the woods to get to the other side or something like that. I don't know, but just always be grateful. Always say thank you. Every time you get rejected, it's gonna seem like, what the heck am I saying thank you for? But when you really understand and when you really grasp the message, you'll be like, thank you. When you realize that it didn't work out for you because it was actually working out for you, you'll say thank you. Everything is always working out for you. Don't matter what it looked like. Doesn't matter how the circumstance presents itself. It always works out for you. It's all about how you respond to what happens in your life. Like, if you get rejected, if you want to be negative about it, then the universe is always trying to help you out. And so when you get rejected, which is the universe way of helping you out, and you're upset about it, you think the universe is going to want to help you out some more after that? Like, you always got to be grateful. And the universe will always continue to help you. It don't matter what. Like, that's the beautiful thing about God and this beautiful universe that he has created for us, because he is ever so forgiving. Literally. Like, you could literally be bashing God and he'd be like, I still love you though. I'ma still let you live though. It's crazy. Like, he could really snap his fingers and say, I don't want you to live no more. Like, it's crazy like that. But you just gotta really appreciate every single day as it comes, and appreciate every single rejection as it comes, because you're really being redirected to a brand new path. And when you embark on that new path, or when you go in another direction and you realize that it actually worked out better than it ever could, you're gonna look back at how you wanted to go to this other path, and you're like, no. Like, I seen something a while ago that was like, God flipped the tables over that I wanted so badly to sit at. If that makes sense. Like, God is gonna say, absolutely not. You're not gonna sit there. Go sit somewhere else, or go to another room, or something like that. Always just, I'm telling y'all, like, I cannot urge this enough. Be grateful for rejection. Be grateful when things don't go your way, because it actually just went your way. It's actually going your way. When it looks like it's not going your way, it's going your way. You gotta release control, okay? You gotta release control, saying, I want it to go this way because this would be the perfect way. You might think you know the perfect way for something to unfold for you, but let me tell you something. God can see how everything is gonna play out. So your way of saying, your idea of what the perfect path is for you, God can see how that will play out for you in an instant. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not gonna end well for you. You might think it will, but it won't. So you gotta trust in God. We're always here to learn lessons, and what's a life without lessons? What's a life without a purpose? Like, literally. But that's all that I have for this video. This is definitely like a little shorter video. Good morning, first of all. I don't think I said that when I came out here, but good morning. And yeah, everybody just have a bright, beautiful day. Happy Wednesday to you all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Until next time, bye friends.